Hey everyone, MLive's Brendan Quinn here at Cameron Indoor Stadium following Michigan State's 78-69 loss to Duke in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. This marks, at long last, the end of what was a really grueling month of November for the Spartans. All of the games, I don't have to tell you, the long stretch of high-quality opponents that the Spartans have played. But that run is now over, and while in the preseason, Tom Izzo said that the goal would be to come out of it with more answers than questions. I think right now maybe it's 50-50. That's fair to say of questions that have been answered versus questions that still exist. Tonight being a perfect example. Listen, it's really hard to win here. There's a reason that no non-conference team has done so in 16 years. But tonight some of the current shortcomings and battles that Michigan State is facing showed themselves. You start with Miles Bridges. That basically needed him to be, all everything, all American, NBA draft pick level performance, and that's a lot to ask from a guy when defenses are keying on him. He's seeing a lot of stuff that he's never seen before, and he goes 3 for 12, and never really made any game-changing plays, any dramatic impact on this night. And you can go right down the line on the freshman. Nick Ward, how can they get him more involved in the offense? How can they get him to play more minutes? He played 14 minutes tonight, despite the fact that it seems like every time the ball gets in his hands, good things happen. Now, he still is prone to errors. Made a defensive mistake after a really nice offensive play. That's going to happen. But how can Michigan State get more consistent and better point guard play? Right now, Cassius Winston and Tum Tum Nairn have both had decent games here and there, have shown glimpses of good stuff, but on a night like tonight, when they basically had no room for error, both made errors. You go to Josh Langford, a guy who is still kind of seen as the missing piece here. I wonder where the question is, what is his ceiling at this point, or how much better can he make Michigan State? How much can he change the offense if he's playing at the level that everyone expected? And does that level still exist? These are questions and questions and questions that tonight, once again, kind of played themselves out. And that's going to be what I think December is for. I wrote a column earlier this week about, Michigan State has a bunch of home games this month. They don't have to travel. Games of this caliber are certainly not on the docket until January. This will be their first chance, I really think, to look at themselves and how they can change, dramatically. They weren't going to do anything drastic on a one-day prep for games over the past couple weeks. Now's the time they'll be able to do that. Stuff like, how to better put Miles Bridges into isolation situations, how to better utilize him in ball screens, how much more should run through him, how much more could run through Nick Ward. What is the status of the point guards? We keep going, more and more questions. So. It was a loud and raucous night tonight. I think Tom Izzo was right when he said that this team got better tonight, learned a lot about itself. It's just, as it has happened already 4 times this year, that happened in a loss. So that'll do it. Michigan State leaves Durham at 4-4 overall, and that'll do it for tonight. I'll see you over the weekend following Michigan State's home game on Saturday. As always, thanks for watching.